Okay guys, this is the Rough Country bull bar with the light bar in it. I'm gonna just go through and tell you guys how I put it on. The instructions were kinda stupid that I thought, so I just wanted to show you guys how I did it. So, get underneath the truck here, and the mounts for the bull bar go right where the tow hooks were on both sides here. So you gotta take the old tow hooks out and then slide in the new brackets. But on this side, it's kind of a pain in the butt because of the bolt that's on your tow hook. You have to take this piece of metal out right here in order for the bolt to slide out, because the bolt hits this and you can't get it out. So what I did was, you can kind of see there's a bolt right there, and then there's also a bolt right there that's connected to it, right there, and then there's two more up in there. There's one right there and one over there. So I took that out and was able to get a big flathead screwdriver underneath here, and I took it and pried down on it really hard. It was kind of hard to pull this bolt underneath that, get it out. And then after that, it's no big deal because there's just nuts on here then, and there's like these cool little tabs that come in on the inside. You just put nuts on, so it's not so hard once you get that bolt out. Same thing on this side, but the bolt comes right out, so you don't have to really worry about it too bad. Then I got a 15 Silverado, and like I said, I put the light bar on. I ran the light bar wire through right here and then zip tied some of the slack up right there, and then ran it up into the engine bay right through here. I'll show you that from the top side. Another thing before I forget to realize is that there's different slots in here, and as you can see, I first tried to put it in the first slot, and that pushes the bull bar way out, and I think it looked kind of stupid, so I redid it all. Basically had to take it all back apart and move the bracket ahead and slide the bull bar in, so it looks a little neater, fits a little tighter to the front bumper. Same thing on this side, it's the farthest slot forward, and you kind of see it over there too. So get back out here. So it did come with a license plate mount that screws in right there, but I didn't really like it because then the license plate hangs down like all the way down here and it looks stupid. So I just used the top two mounting holes and put the bottom of the license plate right there. I think that looks a lot better. You don't have this awkward license plate just dangling down up in the front. Haven't been pulled over yet, but who knows, maybe they might say something about it, maybe not. All you guys that cover up your license plate number, I think is hilarious, because you don't cover it up when you're driving down the road and everybody can see you. So the wiring harness that comes from Rough Country is pretty nice. I cut some little slits in the circles, slid it over the negative, slid it over the positive, as you can see. Ran it all down and then zip tied it to the factory loom that runs across. Looks like I could use a few more zip ties now that I drove it a couple times. Got a little slack right here. So, but This is the wire going down to the light bar, and then this is the wire going down to the cab. Now this was the worst part about the whole job. So what I did is right where that little nipple is, you can see I cut that little nipple off, ran the wire in that boot through the firewall, and then the worst part about it was trying to get that wire pulled through to the cab. So if you look down here underneath the steering wheel by your foot pedals, there's this box right here. It's got, I believe they're 10mm. There's 3 of them. There's one there, and then there's two more. There's one up in there, and one more right behind that wire. See? So you take this box off, and this is just a cover on here. You'll see there's a bunch of wires in there, and then the back side of that box is that boot that goes through your firewall. And what I did was I stuck a wire through there, and then got the wire to come through, and then attached the wire harness for the light bar onto the wire, and then pulled it through. And it worked pretty good, but it was kind of a pain in the butt to get that wire to come through there, to get the coat hanger actually. So I didn't want to poke the rubber and put a bunch of holes in it. I wanted it to be sealed up because it's a pretty new truck here, you know. So I wanted it to be pretty cut, clean, and finished. And then on the inside, I just kind of tucked the wires a little bit here. And then the nice thing was that I ran it behind this, slid the wire down, just slid it down, didn't have to take any of that off. And then nice little thing right here was they got this little slit here, and I just ran the wire through there. There's like a 3M adhesive on the back side of this, and I just stuck it right on there, and then there's push off, push on, and that's basically it. I would say by myself, this whole thing probably took me about 3 hours by myself. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, I probably spent like an hour thinking with the tow hooks, just getting the tow hooks out. But obviously it's hard to tell in the dark or in the light here, but it's pretty bright light bar. I mean, didn't really know what to expect with it being a single roll LED, but I tell you what, at nighttime it makes a huge difference. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, so here's a little video on how I did it. Pretty simple. It's just time consuming. I mean, if you got an extra pair of hands, it's nice because you can have someone hand you tools or whatnot. But I did it by myself. Like I said, you probably could do it a little faster, but it was my first time and I was just taking my time. So I wanted it to look nice. I didn't want to scratch anything or cobble anything together. I tried to make it as fit, finish, and as nice looking as I could. So that's what I know, guys. Any questions, you guys can comment on the video and I might be able to answer it. But otherwise, it's another great product from Rough Country. I think it was $300 shipped to the door, so I'm happy with it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Bye.